Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Child, is this thing on? Thank you for tuning in, y'all. I was on vacation for a week, but I'm back. Had a wonderful time, wonderful time. You have reached Ray Ray All Day on YouTube. I do appreciate you for tuning in. I really do. You can also catch me on IG at All Day Ray Ray. But since we're on YouTube, we're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 14. Excuse me, season 4, episode 15. Oh, this is interesting. Seems like a lot of hurt feelings in this episode, but I was laughing a lot. How did y'all like the episode? Did you see it? Or are you waiting on me to tell you? Well, I'm going to give you my rendition of this episode. First, we have Letitia, Tiffany, and Kimmi meeting up at a rock climbing place. Letitia wants her girls to come out so she can gossip. So they're going to do it over rock climbing. But, fear of heights is something Kimmi mentioned that she has, a deathly fear of heights. And so I'm like, wow, that's cool. Doing something that she's not comfortable doing, but giving it a try. Good for her. So, okay, is it me or was Tisha laughing way too much? Talking to these ladies. Tisha wants to talk to the girls when they're done. They're giving everybody a high five, right? And so they start talking and gossiping. Tisha brings up the ATL trip. That just happened. And, just trying to get their take on it, and then going over the things that they did, the specific events. And the rage room comes up. Child. And now Tisha's confirming and discussing, Lewis's rage, and Tiffany rolling her eyes. And I'm like, girl, really? That ain't nothing to be talking about. I guess she just want to be nosy, I guess. Whatever, Tisha. You got enough to be worrying about. Then, Tiff talking about she is putting out, but he want more. And then Kimmi chimes in and says, that's, a part of the problem. You give them an inch, they take a mile. I'm sure y'all heard that term before, right? I said it a little differently, but I'm sure y'all heard that term. Give them an inch, take a mile. That's interesting because I don't think that like that. Give them an inch, take a mile as far as a sexual appetite. If that's what the libido is, then it shouldn't be made to not be as functional as it is because you think the number of times is too excessive. I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, what's next? Mel and Van, Deaconess Van, talking about what's going on, with Melody's business and family. And then they end up, of course, talking about Martell and how he needs to come to grips with what he has created. And once he's over that, then you'll be free and rid of having to move the way you're moving now. What? I understand, okay. Sometimes parents just need to be parents and not always offer, well, okay, Miss Van, fine. But in my opinion, on that scene, if I were Melody's mother, I wouldn't be so, you know, quick to offer my rendition of his psyche. Um, when was she diplomarized with psychology? I'm just trying to not to be disrespectful. However, comma, we need to understand our scope, and maybe she's feeling a little jilted. I can understand her wanting some get back. She is made of flesh. And we know that by Mr. Mark Scott's interview. But anyway, um, I think Miss Van needs to stay out of it and let Melody do Melody, and especially not air it on TV, because the kids are old enough and they're getting grown, hips are starting to be shown, you know what I'm saying? So it's about time that Miss Van just not comment. But we see on next episode, Miss Van got a lot to say, y'all. Miss Van got a lot to say. That's a trip, though. That's a trip. Anyway, we got Martell and Lewis next, right? Why are they end up talking about Melody in such a negative way? I don't appreciate that, especially, again, sometimes we have to, alter what we say, deliver the message without sounding so harsh with it. It can be a light harsh, medium harsh, but I think, you know, again, it's how Martell perceives it. He's still playing like the victim. One little piece of incorrectness from Melody, and see, she does it too. What if you don't? This tit for tat competition thing really needs to stop with him. And it's not just because he messed up the whole family and he's the cause, the sole cause, and all that. It's the fact that he's still trying to play a piece of the victim when you're supposed to be moving on with your life, right? Like you said, I don't want her, but then again, you miss your marriage, you miss the marriage, Freudian slip. It's all good, Martell. We get it. It is what it is, especially when it's in your face the way it has been. I get it. We get it. I hope more people get it. But all I know is you're going to have to stop bad mouthing your ex wife. And then the friends going to have to stop bad mouthing your ex wife too, insinuating things. You know, that's not Lewis's place. And I think he's going to get it at the reunion. That's just me personally. Anywho, what's next? What's next? Ooh, Maurice and Kimmi. They talking, and Maurice walks into the bedroom, his favorite place. And he finds suitcase on the bed, and Kimmi laying there, and she springs it on him that we going to a couples retreat. And he like, oh hell, off the rip, Maurice is like, mm-mm. All this means is we're gonna have problems. And sure enough, by the end of the scene, they got problems. He went into the room thinking it's about to be my wife in here, and ain't nobody else here, pretty much, So soon the production leave us on. So, He's like, she's just wanting to say, why not? What's the problem? I mean, it's no big deal. So he's adamant about going in with no problems. We're gonna leave with problems. So now he's like, okay, well, how about sex every day? And she's having a big problem with providing the puss as he wishes. I have a problem with that. I don't think it's kosher, nor is it apropos for a spouse to impose a restriction to the number of times they're gonna be doing it. Excuse me. That's no. No, 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 no. Kimmy, you're wrong. And so what? How do you know you won't get aroused that many number of times that he's asking for? And furthermore, putting all of these technologicalized features and stipulations on what should be organic and natural to one soul to another soul is ridiculous to me. If you That's why GMO is bad for you. Mm. That's why organic is the best ingredients for the body. It's natural to the environment. It's natural to life. As life moves on and prospers and thrives and all that, so does this organic being of emotion and flesh and spirit and all of that, right? So we have these two people coming together. Stop putting stipulations on it. Listen, we've all directed the other while we're performing with each other. You know, I'm trying to get my page shut down, but I think you all know what I mean. Grown folk, hey, go left, go right, stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. You know what I'm saying? We have all gave direction and we have all mentioned, not to say that there had to be a safe word involved, but we've all mentioned where not the road will lead. Whatever don't fit, it will not acquit or will acquit. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. We don't need to put stipulations on the most fulfilling emotion a being could have from another. It is so important that we at least try. Just to outright refuse and say no, this, and then speak on the fact that men in general want a mile when you give them an inch, and that's just not right. Yeah, men may have more extracurriculars when they're not supposed to. However, you know, listen, coming from a woman who excused her man cheating because they weren't married, I'm already questioning her rationale when it comes to the bedroom anyway. All I know is it's wrong to put that type of stipulation. How about you try? Give it a good listen. If she willing to rock climb, that's something that makes her so tizzy and busy and whizzy. She's not willing to bust it wide open with her husband. Obviously, she likes what he brings to the table. So it ain't like she don't like what they do. She's trying to limit the number, and that's stupid. It Again, if she can rock climb, try a rock climbing a rock, girl, climb your man and shut the F up. And if it doesn't, work all the way, at least you gave it a try and he's seeing you trying. Hey, a little affection is better than none. Also, believe that. Well, keep this up and the linebacker's going to get some more. That's why the linebacker had her back blown out that night. Girl. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Then one other thing I didn't like. Kimmi. Okay, after that motivational session Maurice had with Dr. Francis, Kimmi referenced in a real subtle under her breath tone that thanks to Dr. Francis, she got a honeymoon. What? So you want to give all that credit of all of that, of what your husband did for you, to Dr. Francis? Side eye. Hashtag side eye. I wish they had. See, see. Now, hey, I understand it was long overdue, and you whoop de woo, and Maurice got a heads up from Dr. Francis, but that was all your husband doing. That was a choice he made. Because, even after receiving it, he still made that choice. He still put out all the stops. He did all of what apparently he was supposed to do. Because you never complained about it until now, giving credit to a man that you ain't even screwing. I don't know about you, Kimmi. You seem to have some resentment. Something's bugging you to where yeah. I don't know. It seemed like you withholding, not fulfilling and giving credit where credit ain't due, buying animals, to fulfill some type of something. Okay. Hey, it's just something I observed. Hey, I could be totally wrong. Don't get me wrong. This could all just be in my head. I could be making all this. Who knows? But whatever. Okay, Tiffany and Lewis, they talking about going to this retreat, and Lewis is the only one on board wholeheartedly. Just yeah, shit. What time can we get there? Apparently, he needs somebody. He needs Dr. Francis to tell his wife to give him some again. These wives are just taking what they say as gospel when it's not. Listen to your man. If your man says he ain't getting it enough, maybe that one time you bang him out ain't enough. He a big man. Big old appetite. I'm just saying. Maybe she ain't used to a big man like that who got a big appetite. Maybe they ain't compatible because she telling all the girls, girl, I'm putting it down, sucking, fucking, this, outside, inside. Ooh, my water. Just a second. Ooh. Yes. But man, all I know is Tiffany, y'all need some better luggage. Because y'all should not be sharing one set. Especially, like he said, what am I supposed to do with this suitcase? Put a jacket in it? Girl, she playing games. I know she's probably just playing funny or whatever, but child, uh y'all need to get some luggage today, if not already. Get some luggage for each of you. Just buy one more set because y'all can't share one set when it's two big grown ass people. I wish, anyway, Lewis wants Dr. Francis' advice on how to deal with this because she telling folks it's all good when it ain't, and he telling folks it ain't all good. And they like, well, that's surprising because teacher said, I'm like, what? Because Kimmi said, what? So it's just too weird for me to hear about my in ooh, in inadequacies in the bedroom through two other people that shouldn't even know. Now, is it me or what? But that's just way too intrusive. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That's why I'm not on a reality show. Hell no. What? He said, what? First of all, my man wouldn't even speak on me like that. And I wouldn't speak on him like that to know. No, that if it were whatever is happening, ain't nobody gonna know. Period. Okay. Hey, it is what it is, right? But they better than me. They on TV. All this humiliation and carried on. Is I mean, we commenting on it, right? All I know is big ups to them for putting all this out. Cause woo child, that's a lot. Certain topics about my life cannot be discussed. Cause I'm just really, private about certain things. And especially if it's gonna embarrass me. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine. But anyway, I can imagine. Child. So next we got Tisha trying to uh, tell Marceau about this couples weekend with Kimmi, Maurice, and Tiffany and Lewis. So at first he's trying to play coy about, Lewis, I don't know if I want to be in the same space as Lewis and all this, because, they had t- that situation before and they straightened it out. Lewis did apologize. I understand. He spoke on Marceau's marriage, trying to out him, but Lewis was correct. But anyway, so Tisha was hearing how Marceau is trying to play her, but he quickly realizes, well, we did have a good time in ATL, and we did have we did have a moment. So he's welcoming the trip, not knowing this, what it is. I'll be real interested to see his reaction because the last reaction when she pulled up with him at the doctor's office and he was like, this what we doing? Nah, man. And he walked in like, I didn't know what we were here for. Dr. Francis, big old eye self. Oh, that was funny. But, all this, he probably has a sense that it is because of how Tisha's telling him with that bad wig. Girl, just wear your hair. Wear your hair. Anyway, okay, if you're going to put a wig on, I thought the wig is supposed to be a style and not just a pony, like, like well, whatever. So Tisha convinces Marcel to go on the couples weekend, and it's really a retreat. And Dr. Francis and his wife is supposed to give some, helpful hints. And apparently, the following week, Lewis gets read by Dr. Francis, and Lewis don't appreciate it. And then Marcel kindly reminds him of, you know, oh, you don't like being diagnosed, huh, as fake by a professional. Damn, Marcel, and then lit a cigar. Marcel's an ass. But yeah, y'all, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Mm, very interesting. Um, very interesting. What happened after that? Martell brings the kids to see Melody. And it was very interesting because, he again is taking jabs with how he says things, emphasizing what he really wants to say because that's what he's thinking when he's saying it. For instance, when she says, "Thanks for bringing the kids," he says, "Yes, I will always have them support their mom," you know, emphasizing support their mom, emphasizing that she didn't bring the kids to support their dad um, when it wasn't their weekend with their event. Um, First of all, did you have a death? See, I'm not gonna get into all that because that's what he wants. He wants validation, as if, well, she's doing it too, or I can do it better, and I can actually do what I asked her to do. All these signs and symptoms of get back and pay back, and I want to be validated as wronged in the marriage too. In word, I got time for you. I'm sick of. See, up until now, I was trying to acknowledge the growth that I saw in this man. Then it just brings you back. Just brings you right back at one. Child. Good luck to Martell. I hope the wine is a success. I hope that his builder's license is effective. I hope that all his children grow up together. And I hope he stops the bullshit. That was Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. What y'all think about the episode? Woo, child. Mm, mm, mm. What you think about the Scotts? All four of them. What you think about them, y'all? Do you think? Do you agree with me or not? Let me know. Um, I'm cool on all these people. I want to see more Destiny. I want to see more Stormy. Um, I don't want to see too much of Miss Wanda because the next episode we're supposed to see that fight mess, and it is a little disappointing. As soon as Oprah sells, we start to see fights. The one thing that wasn't going to happen on OWN. I really wish they wouldn't show the fight, honestly. I just want to be honest. They can just, place the audio with black screen to preserve the integrity of OWN. But the integrity has been jaded and busted open like a can of biscuits. Well, we will be tuning in since it will be aired. And we saw a little bit of it. Or maybe that was all of it. I don't know. Probably just a little bit of it. But we will check it out, right? Yes, we will. See you next week, y'all. I'm out. Appreciate you. Thanks for everything. I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.